Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our live podcast today. It's called the Business Bartender Podcast. And the reason why it's called that way, so many times in a bartending situation, we talk about mixing cocktails, right? In business, it's not any different. Depending on your business, there are certain things that go into play that are very important. One of them is called discipline. So you need discipline in order to create a business, and you need other ingredients such as sales, marketing, skills. Depending on what you're trying to do. 2020 was a very, very hard year for a lot of people. Many entrepreneurs are being born now because they figured that with the job market, it is not a secure thing. So it is very important to learn how to create income for yourself and your family without having to depend on one paycheck, which is why we're having this episode so we can infuse you with a lot of information. And this is a podcast that is made by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. So today we welcome someone who has accomplished something major in his life. And this is an example for a lot of you that are trying to do something different, and to accomplish something. For all of you that have a dream and that do not know exactly how to formulate things and how to put things together in order to climb up the ladder of success. So I welcome today Chef Vladimir Ferrus, and he is the CEO and founder of ADIK Hot Sauce. Please help me welcome Vladimir Ferrus. Thank you.
Hi, hi,
Hi,
hi.
how are you?
How you doing today?
Good, good. Thank you. How's everything
So
in
far,
your
so good.
world?
So far,
Awesome.
I'm happy that I have you. You have me on the live today. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. It is such a pleasure. So, Chef Vlad, we are very, very happy to have you as well. And as the CEO and founder of Addict Hot Sauce, that is getting a lot of buzz on the internet, which is why it caught my attention. And I felt like bringing you here so we can ask you more questions and pick your brain a little bit about your accomplishment. So tell us a little bit about yourself, and who is the man behind Addict Hot Sauce?
All right, thank you very much. I'm really glad and happy that you like my hot sauce, which is great. All right,
Of course.
me, I'm Haitian. I was raised in Haiti, and I was born in New York City.
Oh, nice.
And I grew up. Let's say I did about 7 to 18 years in Haiti. The government is so I have to leave the country. 2004, and I lived in Montreal for a little bit. Uh, I mean, about 10 years, and then this is where I have to learn how to go to the go to the business school, go to cooking school, and everything. So this is where I become in Montreal, and since then I've been like cooking for everybody, like doing a little stuff, and I started a business in Montreal. The business in in the kitchen is kind of very hard sometimes because of the weather and everything. So that's why I decided to come to US because it's Florida and then there's problems you can do anytime you want. So that's why Florida. I come there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great. So, how did you come up with the idea of a hot sauce? What inspired the idea?
Very, very simple. Encouragement from somebody else actually. The only question that he had, okay, that's great, you're a great chef, but once you die, you die. Okay, nobody's gonna remember you. I'm like, yeah, you true. Okay, that's okay. So have you ever created something? I said, no. he asked me to create something. So this is where I'm like, yeah, I need to do something that people will remember me. All right. And then I still figure it out. Do I need to create a book? Do I need to open a restaurant? I don't know. But what gave me the idea to create the hot sauce is because on my in my backyard, sorry, my my father backyard, like 20 or 30 plant of pepper. All right, so I'm gonna do a hot sauce. So I was thinking about something that everybody gonna be able to use every day in their life, whether you like it or not. So you can use that every day because that's part of your life. And then this is where also that give me encouragement to create a hot sauce. And then from there, is a boom so far.
Awesome. I have mine.
Great. I'm happy that you tasted
I
it.
know, and I'm gonna try it too.
Are you gonna try it? Okay, very great.
Yes, I'm gonna try it live.
All right.
All
So,
right.
um, do you have your papers to sign already?
Well, I have everything here, and I'll ask you a few more questions, and we'll get it going. We'll get the party
Yeah.
started because I know that this,
This.
is good stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. So, what are some of the challenges that you faced in the process of making your dreams come true?
The most challenging was people not really believing.
Right.
Because yes, everybody have a thoughts. Everybody, uh, has thoughts. That's not gonna make. That's what I usually get. And also, if you're selling less money for cheap money, you're not gonna be rich. That's what some people, because the house also only costs $10. So how am I gonna be rich?
Right.
So that's kind of challenging I have also. And I mean, and also when I decided to create that business, it was also in the middle of the pandemic too. So imagine I also have that kind of issue that I face. So that's what it is
And
pretty much.
kudos to that because it was a very difficult year. It was a year where everybody was scared and they
Yeah,
didn't know exactly, what tomorrow was going to look like. A lot of people were holding on. They didn't know whether they were going to be out of a job. And
yeah.
here you were creating a new product to
Pretty
launch into the world of restaurants that were going out of business. That takes a lot of courage, and that's very admiring. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sure. So, how did you overcome some of those challenges that you had to face, such as people not believing in you and
Yeah.
people not understanding the vision that you had for this creation of yours?
Actually, the only one way I was being able to get overcome that is I only, even if somebody tell me differently, you only have to trust exactly what you did. So I back up my own stuff. Even
Right.
even though like some people that believe in me, that's okay. And you believe on what you're selling, so you can be able like to sell anything. I was believing stuff like in the middle, so where I was being able to go
So
ahead and
it's a matter of believing
yeah,
in yourself and really believing and putting the trust and the faith in your
yeah,
product and
that
in your business. Absolutely.
yeah,
I relate to that as an entrepreneur because oftentimes what people don't understand is you have the vision, but sometimes even the spouse doesn't have the same vision. So
yeah,
at the end of the day, it creates a conflict, and it's a matter of balancing everything. And when once they start seeing your hard work, your dedication, and
yeah,
your faith in all the effort that you're putting behind what you're doing,
yeah,
then it starts making sense to a lot of people. So I really, really admire you for that. And I totally understand because I've been there and done that myself. And I know a lot of people are out there asking the same question. How do I get my spouse on the same page when they don't believe in what I'm doing? Or how do I get my family on the same page? Because it is really, really hard for an entrepreneur to go through something and not having the endorsement of those that are closest to them. So I totally understand.
Yeah,
And
and
I have this question for you.
but
If there was one thing throughout your journey that you could have done differently from the start, what would it be?
I mistakes, those mistakes are the one that actually get me stronger in life. So the business of hot sauce wasn't the first business that I tried. I tried like many other uh, and entertainment, tried to be, market stuff, but none of them worked. None of them worked. So the only one thing that happened in my life that made me, who I am is because I made so many other mistakes in the past, and then I never stopped believing I want to be rich one day. That's exactly
Right.
where I'm going. And I will say to everybody that never afraid to make mistake because and we only have one life, we're living it. So
Absolutely.
don't be afraid to try. I mean, I knocked so many doors actually before like opening for me.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I understand that. And I like the part where you say, don't be afraid to make mistakes. And a lot of people, that's what holds them back.
yeah,
They want to do something or they have this dream that they want to realize in their lives. And
yeah,
it's that fear that they're holding on to, the fear of making a
mhm,
mistake. But then again, a lot of people do not understand. You learn so much from your mistakes. Your
exactly.
mistakes are really what will shape and form whatever it is that you're trying to do. And eventually, those mistakes will make you stronger,
Exactly.
and they will make your business stronger. Think
Exactly.
about it. Kids, when they're little, they're not afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah,
They make messes, all over the place because that's them experiencing the world and understanding what their potentials are. And eventually, you don't have to worry about a kid running. They start crawling, then they start walking, and
yeah.
eventually run. They're
And
not afraid.
and if you think about it, before they start working, they tried to stand on their feet. Many times
Absolutely.
they fell. They fell like
Absolutely.
time, kept on trying. So if you think about it,
Right.
way,
And from my mentors, the one thing that they always told me, Chef Vlad, if you're gonna make a mistake, make it quick. Make it quick and get it out of the way and keep moving because eventually on the other side of the mistake, there's the success, which is where you want to get to. So make it quick and get it there. And by the way, be playing safe doesn't mean that you're not gonna make a mistake. Either ways, mistakes
I
are bound to be made. You're gonna make that mistake. So
I play safe so many times. look wh-
absolutely
look where I am right now. So I
right.
you have to fail, guys. You have to go through this. If you never go through this, you never learn anything. And life is
Right.
learning. That's what a journey that oh I and it's so nice that you can talk to other people how many times that you fail, and then that way they can relate it to
Right.
you know.
And even collecting a paycheck from someone is a risk. Because the
Yeah,
day that they either don't like you or you don't fit in their books, poof, you're gone.
now
And there goes your family,
exactly.
that are depending on that one paycheck. So I'm not saying, obviously, that a paycheck is not good. It's a secure place to
Yeah,
be, when you need to be there.
yeah,
But it's not a bad idea to, especially in those times that we live in, to think about alternatives.
Yeah.
And, you know, w- God put something in us, in each of us. I believe it's a gift. And
Yeah.
you have to explore where those gifts are, whether you know how to cook very well,
Yeah.
or you know how, to speak very well, or to negotiate. God knows what. It doesn't hurt to explore those things. When I was still working, I was still doing certain things that had nothing to do with my job. And that was me exploring the world of entrepreneurship, So it's not either I do this or I do that. There's always room to test it out and to take it from there. So I want to relate that as well to other people that are watching us and that are thinking about doing something so they can be in a better place with them and their family eventually.
Mhm.
So back to the questions.
Yeah.
So, what are three people you could say that really have been an inspiration and have been influential in your life?
But I would say first of all my mom actually, because actually my mom and my dad actually very easy, because no matter what it is, I've been struggling in my life, even though they don't have it, they always try to, make the effort to make it happen. I've been taken a lot to realize that, yeah, they give me a lot. I mean, even though you have it, you can always progress in your life. So that's one person.
Awesome.
And what else also? Very recently, partner. Uh, it is very nice, to see a woman that is so successful in their life.
Yes.
You really think about it. She dealt with so many, but I can tell that you still, yeah, she kind of impressed me so much. And even though she became my partner, I was like walking around her. I mean, sometimes you don't want to get into personal life of somebody. You don't talk too much. But
Mm-hmm.
I learned that also uh, you have to talk to people. I mean, you have to ask questions. You don't know where you're going. So she kind of big time, because she kind of helped me go right or left, and then me exactly everything is easy. She always smiling, even though the problem is there. So she's great. She's
That's
really
awesome.
great.
That's awesome. It's always good to have someone to compliment you when
Yeah.
it comes to business. It is really, really hard to do business on your own, or
Yeah.
by yourself. And a lot of people, that's their first reaction. I can do this. Next thing you know, you become the tech guy, you become the marketing guy, you become the
Yeah.
sales guy, you become the genius behind the whole thing, and you become customer service. It is very, very stressful. And
Mhm.
a lot of times it's good for people to understand that other people think differently than you. They can see things that you don't see,
Yeah.
or they have their own gifts and their own contribution. So it is very important to think about team building eventually,
Yeah.
where people can bring their own expertise, their own flavor, just like your hot sauce, their own flavor to the mix, because at the end, that's what makes a beautiful harmony,
Yeah.
when everybody brings a little bit
Yeah.
of themselves. And eventually, you have a team that is really diverse and that it can do quite a few things
True.
that you by yourself cannot do.
True. True. And what I become like those people that people like me, young entrepreneurs that wanna be in business. You will never know how many people have the same vision as you, but we never take the time to look at people. We always think that family is going to help. Not going to help. I mean, we have to be aware of that. Family has more problem than you think they have. Okay, so it is okay to find, or it is okay to, I mean, better to find more than nothing, because more people taking on the same direction is better than one. So having so many hats in business, you are at all. I mean, having the whole money, I mean, the whole money business just for you, it's not gonna be healthy at all either. So me, what I recommend people, if you wanna go further, you have to have a lot of people with you. But if you wanna go faster, just be by yourself. It is true, but it's never well if you think that you're gonna be able to do everything by yourself. So that was my mistake back then. And then now I decided to bring people next to me.
Awesome.
And the job is
A comment from Caroline, your partner. She said, "When someone understand entrepreneurship, you
yeah,
never go back to a 9 to 5." That's
exactly.
an amazing comment. You guys,
Exactly.
once you understand entrepreneurship, you never go back to a 9 to 5. I cannot tell you how much that like my family would often tell me, take a break or something like that. Because at 2:30 in the morning, I would be there working on things. And that's not because I'm working so hard. It's because I enjoy what I'm doing, and it's my passion. I take pleasure in what I do. So I can't, stop. Oftentimes, I'm like a little kid playing video game, you
Mhm.
know. So that is true. And I know there's another say, do what you love,
Mhm.
then you will never work a day in your life.
Hey, so true.
That's an
So,
amazing
so,
thing, and that
so
blows me away.
it is so true, man. I mean, when you really think about it, it's like your parents want you to become something that you don't want to be, and at the end of the day, once you become rich at it, and then you always do something else, or maybe when you have enough money, you you end up doing everything that you wanted to do. So if you love what you're doing, trust me, you will be so far long gone. You won't even think about money. You will just like live your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. So, what advice would you give to someone who is now watching or eventually will be watching this live stream, and who wants to do something quite similar to what you've done, get out of of their shelf, and go out there and create something that they're very passionate about? What advice would you give to someone like that who does not know where to start?
I mean, what advice? I think Bamati answered that question before. I think that would be the same thing. The advice, like, don't be afraid to um, have a big memory. Think about it.
I know sometimes, oftentimes we do it, we crush it in the marketplace, and it's like instinct for us. And but there are some people, they do have the idea and they don't know what to do with the idea that comes into their minds, or they have several ideas and they don't even know where to start. You
Oh,
know.
oh,
So so
so
once the
eh,
idea comes, what do you do with that?
okay. So let's say that I have an idea, and then I don't know what to do to take it out. Right? I mean, I
Right.
don't. You want me? Okay. So the idea, what I will actually tell everybody that, yeah, uh, we we don't want to talk because we afraid that other people, when it's still the idea. So most of the time is quick. Okay, act quick. Think like, okay, it is your new baby, and then you just want it like to feed it. So
Right.
me, that's what I did actually. I'm trying to tell you exactly what I did when I had my idea of a hot sauce. So once I have the idea, what do? You just go ahead and act quick. Don't even think about anything else. So you will see that your, your entourage will actually come and help you and then guide you exactly where you're supposed to go.
Right.
So I didn't know exactly where to go. So right now we have internet right now. Right now we have, you know, we have Google. So you can actually go ahead and take one step to accomplish your dream by taking action. So what advice I would say is take action. So don't sit there and think that that business is gonna go by himself. No, just
Right.
go and go ahead and take action.
What I will add to that is it's so funny. Your subconscious mind take orders. It's
Yeah.
not like a conscious mind that tries to do the logic of things. Will that work? Will that not work? Etc. And typically, when we find ourselves in a position where we're not comfortable, automatically your mind it goes in protection mode, right? So
Yeah.
if you had this thing that makes you feel a certain way, then what happened is your mind goes like, no, 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 something's wrong, something's making her or him feel bad or uncomfortable, let's block this idea.
Mm-hmm.
So once you have something in your mind, whether, and even if it's a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
if you show nervousness or confusion, all of a sudden, believe it or not, the mind is very powerful. It will block your idea because it's making you feel a certain way that you don't feel every single day. So it is very important. Once you get that idea, what I usually recommend is write it down. Write it down if you have a diary, or, I call that a business diary. I write things down and I go back to it, just to reflect on it or to think about it. And like that, you're making yourself comfortable with the idea. And eventually, you tend to take action. Because if you have it down somewhere, or even if you have your office, a sticky note, those kind of things, have that in front of you every single day where you can look at it. And eventually, guess what? You're going to make the first call, you're going to pull the trigger on it. So that's my advice to you when it comes to ideas, how not to lose your inspiration. Write it down and don't let it go away. And that's what I've done with my own business.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are today.
No,
um,
true. That's a
so
very
that
good advice.
Yeah, and that's very very important, because that's where it all starts, right? With an idea. So if you
It
don't
is
do
all,
anything about it, it will come and go.
it is just a dream, like you said, an idea, and then here we go. And then the good the impressive thing is all mine are connected. You know,
Right.
that's that's why you always have to write it down. Everybody has gonna think about the same thing. So sometimes that you hear a song and then you be like, man, I have write that song. So
Right.
we all connected. So that write it down real quick, take action, and then just go ahead and make it happen.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So write down your ideas. That's a very good idea.
That's a big
Um, Good idea to write down your ideas. So what does it feel like for you when you see other people enjoying adding hot sauce, when they're eating their food and they're adding a little bit of this flavor
I
on the food, and they're telling you how good that is? How does that make you feel?
But let me give you the real story, okay?
Sure.
I feel like I wanna cry. I feel like when you something and then people give you a comment about it, that's motivated me even more actually to push and push and push. Okay. if you know when you work hard for something, people really appreciate it. It doesn't have to be big, you know. It's just a and it this is what really doing. You know, it doesn't have to be big. Something's very small, compliment that is really good. Telling you like I'm grateful for everything. Every single comment is good. Good is so happy.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And should I try it now?
You wanna try now? So let's go.
I should. I should.
Where's your food? Where's your food?
I have my food right here. I'm not a big eater.
All right, no problem.
I'm
Let's
an
do it.
appetizer kind of girl. So this is it. I wonder if I need water.
I don't
I'll
know.
be fine. I'm a big girl. I'll be fine with that. So this is what it looks like. Don't be shy. That's okay.
That's
This
okay.
is
That's
what it
okay.
looks like. It's beautiful bottle right there. And as a woman, I have to tell you what got my attention. My attention here is 0 calories. So it's not going to make me fat.
You're
So
fine.
I like that about it. And I like the fact and that I can see the ingredients. I
Yeah,
love that.
that's
I
good.
like to see the ingredients in my food. So the mixture of peppers or whatever it is that you have in there, I love to see that.
Okay.
So, it's not just red sauce with
Now,
vinegar.
hey,
the we're used to.
let me tell you something. Those hot sauce, those ingredients are really like made to the perfection, like the recipe,
Right.
because have to be exact, has to be right, and they are handmade, which is great. So
Awesome.
yeah, I made them myself, and then this is what it is really personal touch of me. So no, nothing from the machine or something. So that's what make it so good.
Awesome. And you know what else? I remember having a conversation with you when it came to preservative
Yeah.
on that. And you said something that blew my mind away. I was like, "Oh my god, I learned something new today." So, can you share with everybody else what you told me regarding the peppers? I didn't know that.
Yeah, peppers, it is automatically a preservative by himself. So technically, it's gonna be very, very hard actually to decompose. So, and also I have a lot of vinegar also inside, so that's also helped to preserve it. I have also lemon, and I also have the oil also as well. So that's what helped um, the hot sauce to keep it to stay for a long time. It's
That
like a
sounds like
pepper, but it's there.
that sounds like something that if you eat, you cannot be in a bad mood. I don't know.
So
Just like I'm a coffee girl, but I feel like if you eat this, you can't be in a bad mood. Pepper,
I have
vinegar, lime, that's
this
amazing.
is most likely a lot of Caribbean ingredients, so that's why I use it.
I know. It's going down.
It's
It's
going
going
down. Shake shake it well, shake it well.
I did. I did. And I'm about to try this right now.
All right, let me
So
know what you think.
I know.
What are you eating, by the way?
I have shrimp.
Shrimp? Oh, okay.
I'm a seafood girl.
Seafood girl.
I am a
Oh,
seafood girl. I
well, we
have
have
cooked
a
the
seafood girl in
shrimp.
the house, which is Caroline Fafangeau. So
Are
yeah.
you kidding? Caroline, we're gonna have lunch together one day.
Oh
Because I
man,
love seafood.
she can pass that.
Absolutely love seafood. Okay. Definitely adds flavor to my food.
Okay, so what is this? how hard it is for you actually. Some people say it's really hard. Some people say it doesn't. So
Okay. It's not that hard for me
okay.
because I didn't put a lot.
But that's
I'm
okay.
and I'm eating shrimp, it's like coconut shrimp, so I dipped a little bit in it. So the flavor was just right. It's beautiful flavor.
Yeah.
It's not like that lemony vinegar, strong vinegar kind of flavor.
Okay.
You can actually taste the pepper, you can taste a combination of stuff. So it is really, really nice. And for those that don't like boring food, that's definitely the way to go. So I would definitely go that way. And
Actually, oh, so keep going. Sorry, sorry.
the only thing that's missing here, Chef Vlad, is your food.
Like food.
That's the only thing.
No problem. You can book me anytime, and then no problem, and then I'll be able to make some for you.
And by the way, for some of you that are watching, this gentleman here is a private chef. So
Yeah.
you can actually book him and he can come and cook for you and your friends and your hubby or whoever else you want to surprise. You can actually book this guy and he can come in your kitchen and create something beautiful and add a little flavor to it while while he's at it. So that's absolutely amazing. And
Yeah.
what are um, what are some of the resources that you can say have helped you along the way of creating this?
Um, my resources was sorry about that. My
That's
resources.
okay.
Um,
Next to the flowers. Awesome.
yeah, yeah, flowers. All right. So, what really helped me actually get into that process because I already had a background in cooking, so which actually really helped me on making finding the right recipe. So I had that kind of background, so I was kind of rich in information already, how to create new flavor, what to get and what not to put together. So my resources was school actually. Was That's exactly what really helped me at that time. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of follow also other people that has also already that been doing great. So so it is okay, if you want to follow somebody and then kind of see what they're doing and then kind of get better at it, and that's exactly what
Okay.
I'm doing to actually. So I did my research like on other company that did a great job, and then I see what they're doing, and then I've been also be able to actually to see how great they've been doing on marketing, pictures, labels, and everything, and then I just go ahead and what they've been doing. I'm gonna do the same.
I like that. That means you did what they call your market research. And a
Yeah,
lot of people don't understand how important that is. If you have something that you want to go into, it is important for you to know and understand your market and know who your competitors are, know who your
yeah,
buyers are. Because if
yeah,
you don't know, then how do you know how to create your product or how to package it together?
yeah,
It is very important to understand those stats. And I like that you mentioned that because a lot of times people do not realize there's a lot of research that goes into this.
yeah.
And, there's the part of the job that is extremely exciting and part of the job that is not exciting at all, but it has to be done.
Mm.
So that is awesome. And I have someone here that made a comment.
What is
Cliff loves your hot sauce, Chef Vlad. He
who
said,
that?
I eat addict 24/7.
All
That's
right.
amazing.
Yes, I know that guy, and he really hit out us like every day. I'm like, man. But I'm
That's
happy.
a lot of hot sauce, Cliff. We're gonna have to have a conversation about that.
Push
But yeah, definitely I can see why. Because I will even confess that on a lot of my foods, I've been like, okay, let me try to put a little to see
nah,
how it is, to see
but
what flavor it gives my food.
so
I've been experimenting with your hot sauce. I'm just saying.
let me ask you a question again. So you said that it wasn't too hot for you, right?
No, that's because I put a little bit.
Okay, but at the same time, it doesn't stay in your mouth. It doesn't last
Oh
too
no, no, I would be running for water already,
long.
and that's
Exactly.
not happening.
That's what is good about my hot sauce, actually. So the way I made it happen is, actually, I did my own research actually to see what
That's
people like.
true. Now that you're saying that, it's not like I,
No,
still taste it.
exactly, exactly. People be like, oh, I like it, but it tastes it's too hot. I have to go get water. But my
Right.
so, so I know exactly what kind of pepper to not use. So I did my own research. So
Wow.
so if I have to recommend somebody something before going to the business, exactly like you said, do a marketing research, see exactly what people like, what people don't like, and to get their attention. So that's exactly what I've been doing. I did also my research, like what do you like on a hot sauce? Exactly. People be like, oh, they good, but they taste good, but no hot. They hot, but they not taste good. So it's kind of very hard to please everybody. But I'm very happy that I can please most of the people so far, actually. So it is a
That's
it is
amazing.
a hot sauce.
I also like the fact that you said that you know exactly, or you did your research to know what kind of pepper to use.
Yeah,
So people don't have that aftertaste where, they
yeah,
feel that, this is a lingering taste. And
yeah,
that shows a lot of care from your part.
yeah.
And you're putting really a
Hmm.
lot of energy and even, like a lot of love into your hot sauce so
Uh,
it can go out to other people where it is a good experience as opposed to,
yeah,
one. So
and
that's
also,
very good.
and also something that people don't know is that before I created that, okay, so it took me about like 30 days, trying so much. And the color wasn't like that before. The color sometimes was red, sometimes it was black, sometimes, So I find the perfect recipe and also give me the exact beautiful color at the same time. So you know what? I love it. I'm gonna keep it like that.
That's true. When I saw it, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, does it have cheese? Because it's a little creamy, So I was like, is it cheese? Is it sweet? So there's a little bit of a surprise,
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody. You have to try it to see what it tastes like. And at the end, it's just very simple. Go and buy the hot sauce and try it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you'll
And
you'll come back to Vlad and let him know how
I
you liked it and how you enjoyed it.
I really want to hear from everybody. Come and text.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want everybody to come and talk to me. I will answer everybody and to see exactly how they like it. I'm taking the time.
Right.
I love taking the time to answer everybody that tried the hot sauce. Actually, every day I have new comment. I'm taking that time to thank you everybody. It is not
Absolutely.
easy, but I'm doing it.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. So tell us one thing that your audience may not know about you.
You don't know
Besides
about me.
you being this chef that created this hot sauce, what is it that we do not know about Chef Vlad? Can you tell us at least one thing?
I said something that was really private before, but like I'm a pilot. I go to school to become a pilot. So that's one thing that not everybody know about me.
There you go.
I'm very loving it. So that's also a passion that I had like since I was, I don't know, really young. and I'm still following it. Actually, I'm still following it, and I got so many things now to go to school. So, and then now I finally got accepted. So, I took a pause for now, because that I have to do some other stuff, helping my mom and everything. But I'm still following that dream still.
Were you that kid that loved airplanes?
Yeah, I love airplane. I love that. And also, what else people don't know about me? I have a motorcycle where I drive so fast
Wow.
that Okay, so what people don't know about me is like sometimes I like to live dangerous. Is that something to say?
Yeah, well, when you create something as dangerous as this, I can understand.
Like,
If we were probably 2 years back, then I would be like, "Oh, great, you love motorcycle. Come get some insurance from me," right? But I left this world. I will leave that for my colleagues. And yes, by the way, that's something that you absolutely need. Motorcycles can be very dangerous, and a helmet is a must
yeah,
when it comes to things like that. Always wear your helmet, but
yeah,
that's amazing. Pilot, you love airplanes, you love motorcycles. That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yes, and I love travel a lot. I really love traveling, and when I travel, it make me think a different way, and get. I like to meditate. So sometimes like taking a time for yourself, like turn off like the technology. Sometimes that's what I usually do, and even though my partner doesn't like that, but I like to take the time to do it and really connected with yourself, and then I like that. I really like that a lot.
It's
And
amazing, especially when you do that very early in the morning. You take some time to reflect on your day as opposed
yeah,
to walking into your day.
hmm,
You prepare your day in advance, so you create your day.
yeah,
And like that, a lot of things don't come and interfere with your mood
yeah,
or whatever it is that you have to do because you're not just waking out of bed and into your day. So, you're more waking up and gradually going through the day. So I think that's also very important when it comes to success, especially in business. It's the time that you have to dedicate to actually plan things, to
mm,
put things in order and plan things. That's very important. And I'm glad, to know that you're doing that as well
yeah.
because you
It is.
know
It is very.
sometimes
It is very important that we nourish our soul, our body, and everything because it's always good to take a step back to see exactly, okay, what I have done, accomplished, and then yeah, take a time for yourself because you're making that money, and then if you're dead, how are you gonna leave it? So, and also
right.
when you nourish your soul, when you take a soul, when you have your own peace, you can go further in life. It's not only about like work, 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 which is great, but you also have to take a time actually to take care of your body, of your mind. So if your mind is not thinking straight, you're not gonna be able to get to think better for your business. It's also,
Right.
well, I will say that peace is what everybody is chasing actually at the moment.
Absolutely. I always say there's three types of food that you need in order to be very healthy and fully
Yeah,
nourished. You
yeah,
have to take care of the mind, the body, and the soul.
there's so
So,
much.
your spirit. So, it's very important to eat the food that we eat with your ADIK hot sauce.
Yeah,
Um, that's taking care of the body. But at the same time, the mind, there are things like books that you read, right?
yeah,
Um, you know, going to conferences, listening to people that have
mhm,
been where you want to go. That's part of nourishing your mind and expanding those ideas so you can do bigger things in life. And also, there's the spiritual part that we don't want to forget because that's where all the inspiration comes. So, you need to nourish that as well. so you can feel whole as a person, and you're not waking up into your day and asking yourself, what am I doing today, or what am I doing here altogether? So it's very important to really take care of yourself and to nourish
Mm-hmm.
yourself as an entire person, because you are those three things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my idea, and I'm glad you said that.
Thank you. Thank you.
For anyone that wants to find you online, where do they go?
Actually, they can actually find me on Facebook, which is ADIK, or they can find me also at VladFerrus.com. Sorry, Vlad Ferrus. .com. Or they can also find me on Instagram at com, and also Chef Vlad Ferrus. That's the way you can find me on Facebook and
Oops. Okay. I know I dropped something. Okay, so addicthotsauce.com,
yeah,
and that would be your website where they can actually go and grab one of those, correct? Awesome. So that's that. And there's Instagram
yeah,
that you're on, and as well as Facebook. That's awesome.
yeah,
And Chef Vlad, before I let you go,
yeah.
and before we end this beautiful conversation that we're having around entrepreneurship and your creation, I have this that I always like to ask people: what is it that you're the most grateful for in life?
I'm grateful for the present. Okay, because life, that is what you call life. Because the present is a gift. So I'm still breathing. I'm still enjoying the time. I'm still learning. So I'm really grateful for that. And I'm grateful also that I have people around me that love me enough to tell me exactly what I don't want to hear, to help me grow in my life. So I have people that also real in that way, and that's why I'm so grateful for those people that can tell me, hey, whatever you did is wrong. And this is what I'm grateful for.
Awesome. And I'll tell you what I'm grateful for as
Yeah,
well. I am grateful for all the inspirations that I
yeah,
do, because I realize that we're going through a time
mhm,
where people tend to be very depressed, and people tend to go to a very dark place in their lives,
yeah,
and because they're scared and they just don't know what to expect of the year,
mhm,
when we had such a tough year last year, and there's so much going on in the world. They don't know how to face those challenges. So being hopeful, being inspired, and having this positive vibe that comes in to your life, I realize that it is a blessing and it is a
mhm,
gift. And that's one of the things that I am dedicated to spread out into the world, and spread a little bit of that positivity,
yeah,
because as long as you have yourself and you have your mind, I
mhm,
feel that you're gonna be okay. You know, yeah. As long as you have that, then you're in good shape. So on that note, I thank you so much for coming here and
you're right.
for talking, for discussing a little bit, um, for talking about your life. I know there are very private things that we just discussed too.
No problem.
Thank you so much for coming and talking about that, and for this beautiful creation,
Thank you.
that you put out in the world for people to experience and enjoy. And definitely we should meet again one day
No,
around this beautiful product and new possibilities. And I thank all of you that showed up today to watch this, and to those that will be watching even after this live stream. I want to leave you with hope, faith,
mm-hmm.
and believe. Believe in
Yeah,
yourself. Believe
mhm.
in everything that you're doing. Nobody else will do it for you. It takes you to do it.
Exactly. Very
There's
well,
no
well said.
shortcut. If you don't believe in your own dreams and your own products and your own
Mhm.
services, whatever it is that you do,
Mhm.
nobody else will do it for you. This
Yeah,
is the kind of life where things go backwards. You put it out first without seeing it, almost like planting a tree or a seed. Eventually, it is planted, it's covered. You have to keep watering it, although you don't see anything. And eventually, believe me, with consistency, with discipline, with a lot of care, you will start seeing the results. You will see, a little bud, then the plant, and eventually that will grow into a tree.
yeah,
So do not lose faith, do not lose hope, and believe in yourself. I thank you so much, Chef Vlad, for coming out here and for doing this with us. And
you.
anybody,
Um,
please do go ahead, give him some love. Go ahead, go get this ADIK hot sauce. He takes
mhm.
great pride into his products. And go ahead, blow up the chat and show him how much you appreciate him. And until next time, Chef Vlad, I thank you again for coming here. And
You.
again, congratulations.
Thank you. I
And
really appreciate it, and I really love that you like my hot sauce.
I do.
So happy.
I do. All right. Anybody has any questions before we leave? Let me just see real quick if we miss anything.
No problem. But in the meantime, I want to say something. I want
Sure.
to. So, um, I want to add to what you just said that we need to have goals also in life. So it doesn't matter
I
exactly
have
what
saying that she wants to buy it.
who
Luz Cardenas. I know her very well.
problem. I love.
Luz, Luz wants to buy this, and can you repeat the website where she can go and get this?
Yes, you can
I'll post it
go.
as well.
You can go to www.addict addickhotsauce.com.
Absolutely.
Addictsauce.com. ADIK and then hotsauce.com.
Okay, I put it in the chat.
Okay.
ADIK@sauce.com.
Uh,
Awesome. Awesome. And you were saying, Chevlat.
oh yeah, yeah. I was saying that we need to have goals in life. It doesn't matter exactly what kind of goals it is, and we need to set those goals where you see yourself and whatever it is. There is no single way. There's no single right way to be successful actually. So any way you took is always gonna be good. So and and also we have to know also what is the difference between what we want and also what we need. So me, I will say that if you can be able to complete your need in one day without having any trouble, I will say that you're a very successful man. So I will say that we all need to have goals in life.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
It all starts with a goal,
yeah,
and that's something that you always need to have, not one goal. It's
yeah,
okay to have many goals, write them down. You're not going to tackle everything all at once,
yeah,
but at least you'll be surprised when you write things down how it starts unfolding, you know. You'll
yeah,
be surprised that sometimes in one business, a lot of your goals are around that because, things come as a puzzle And when you start putting things together, that's when you realize the big picture.
Yeah.
Natalie Gomez, that, by the way, that's my best friend right there. She said that she will try it.
All right.
Natalie, this is good stuff. How about this, ladies? I know there's Natalie, there's Luce on this chat, and they're actually my friends.
Okay.
Ladies, one day we need to get together and hire Chef Vlad so he can give us a party, so he can actually cook, and we can have fun whenever we're not in quarantine. So Natalie, whenever you come down, Lucy already
Exactly.
local. Let's set that up when you girls are ready, and we'll have a beautiful party here with Mr.
Chef
Chef
Vlad.
Vlad here to cater to us because he makes good food. I wish I could show you some of his
Yeah.
pictures. If you go on Instagram, you will see some of the stuff that he makes absolutely awesome. That steak I want to try, definitely. I'm a steak girl. I definitely want to try that.
No problem.
Yes, um, yeah, you see, she said we love to eat. So, Chef Vlad, you need to prepare a menu for us because we're definitely, this is going down probably, I would say before the summer, ladies. If we can do that, Natalie, you would have to come down, or maybe we will have to come. Well, I don't know, whatever. You have to come down.
Prob- So you can contact me on Instagram or so on Facebook. Yeah, I'll be more than glad to do it.
Awesome, awesome, perfect. So, on that note, that ends our little chat for today, and I thank you so much for coming out again, and I thank you, um, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this chat and supporting all of us. That's very important, and I thank you for that because you're taking your time to do that, and I
Yeah.
truly appreciate it. This is a
Prob-
very important topic. A lot of people are trying to figure it out there, and as well, I will myself. I'm starting a Facebook private group next month, which is already next week,
Mhm.
around entrepreneurship, and that's to help all of you guys. Some of you I've had conversations about that. Some of you guys are trying to do something in the marketplace, so you guys can formulate those ideas and you guys can create those avenues that are really specific to you in what is it that you're pursuing what you want to do, because sometimes we have all those ideas and we don't know what to do with them. So we're gonna do a private group for that. So
Okay.
we'll meet sometime next, not next week but the week after, which is when the group starts. I will definitely send you guys some information on that. It will be a lot of knowledge in there. So again, I thank you, and if anybody else have anything else, I'm closing this chat. And until next time, thank you so much. And you guys have a wonderful night.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you guys for participating. And you know where to find me. I am Laura Joinville everywhere, whether it is on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I'm starting my own YouTube channel as well because I notice it is very important. It's important for us to support each other, for entrepreneurs right now to support each other. A lot of times you don't get the support at home with family, or even with your spouse, and that's not because they don't love you. Not at all. A lot of you have to understand that the vision that you have is inspired by God. God gave it to you. He didn't give it to anybody else. So it is up to you, and it takes a lot of work to put this vision into practice and to turn it into something. So based on that, we will be doing a private Facebook Live, and we will be discussing several topics such as, the good stuff, sales, marketing, how to brand yourself online, and how to make your product or your services recession proof. So we will be discussing all that. And again, I thank you for joining this broadcast today. It was fun. It was definitely insightful. And until next time, I thank you so much for supporting me and supporting Chef Vlad in this podcast that we had today. And until next time, you guys have yourself a wonderful, beautiful night. And we'll be back again to discuss a lot of stuff around entrepreneurship. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.